Let's begin the broadcast with breaking news that we're getting in at the moment. We're learning that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been conferred Sweden's highest diplomatic honor, the Royal Order of the Polar Star Commander Grand Cross. The award is regarded as the highest recognition that can be bestowed upon a head of government and marks the 31st international honor received by the Prime Minister. Remember, the Prime Minister is on a 5-nation tour, and just earlier today he also had delegation-level talks with the Swedish Prime Minister. He's also expected to hold a meeting with some of the top CEOs in Europe. Srinjoy is joining us on the broadcast to give us more details. Srinjoy, now I believe the Prime Minister has received his 31st major international honor, and this also happens to be the highest honor that can be conferred upon any head of state that is visiting Sweden.
Yes, you're absolutely right. The first point, of course, it's recognition for the Prime Minister of India, but it's also recognition for India itself. The fact that India is now one of the world's leading powers, and India, and not just Sweden, but also the entire Nordic community, have a close and a very viable relationship. The world is changing very quickly. The Nordics realize that. The Swedes realize that. And they realize that in these difficult times of war and uncertainty and climate change and so on, India is one dependable country. India is one dependable friend. And this award, this honor to the Prime Minister, is a recognition of India's place in the world.
Right, absolutely. So a big recognition there for the Prime Minister, but also Srinjoy, take us through the details of why exactly this meeting with the Swedish Prime Minister is also significant. This, remember, is part of the 5-nation tour that he is on currently. He's also expected to head to Norway and then Italy next. But take us through the significance of these meetings that he has lined up.
Well, the Swedish visit is a particularly short one. It's almost less than a day. But there is a lot to be done here with the Swedes, because the Swedes, comparatively small country of only 10 million people, and this is the second time PM is here, earlier was in 2018, is a country with a lot of niche abilities. Also, if you consider an area like defense, here is a country that works very closely with India. For instance, let's forget the fact that Bofors was a Swedish gun. But if you keep in mind the Carl Gustaf, which is regularly used by the Indian Army, not just recently, but for decades, it's something the Army is very happy with. Also, importantly, it is one firm that has decided to manufacture the Carl Gustaf, not anywhere else, but in Haryana. Here is a company that is setting up a factory in Haryana to manufacture the Carl Gustaf weapon. Now, that is something which means investment in India, jobs in India, and of course, production in India for the Indian Army and subsequently exports. So these are things that India and Sweden respect. Also, importantly, areas, special niche areas, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, environmental protection, things like that. The Swedes are particularly good at new innovation. They have an innovation minister, for instance. So they look at new developments and they try to use it. Green
Absolutely.
technology.
And Srinjoy, just stay on with us.